Determined to protect the sea that unites them, the natural resources that support them, the thousands of species and their ecosystems that set them apart, a regional conservation trust fund was created. The Caribbean Biodiversity Fund, CBF. Established in 2012, the CBF was initially designed to create reliable, long-term funding for conservation and sustainable development in the Caribbean region. Working towards the vision of a Caribbean where both its natural environment and people thrive, the CBF has 3 programs. The Conservation Finance Program, based on an endowment fund and focused on a Caribbean sustainable finance architecture, the Climate Change Program, which supports and promotes ecosystem-based adaptation approaches. And the Nature-Based Economies Program that advances circular economy principles to reduce marine pollution in the region. Today, the CBF is a regional umbrella environmental fund that uses its flexible structure to implement innovative solutions and consolidate resource mobilization in more than 14 Caribbean countries. So how does the Caribbean Biodiversity Fund work? As a regional conservation trust fund, the CBF creates opportunities for increased financing, which accelerates Caribbean conservation efforts through strategic partnerships. The CBF utilizes money received from its financing partners to support its programs through various financing mechanisms. In our Conservation Finance Program, 11 conservation trust funds so far receive support from the CBF Endowment Fund primarily. These partner conservation trust funds then manage and protect biodiversity in their respective countries and thematic areas with that funding. Our climate change program has implemented nature-based adaptation measures in 11 Caribbean countries thus far by awarding grants to local, national, and regional projects through its ecosystem-based adaptation facility. And through the Advancing the Circular Economy ACE within our Nature-Based Economies program, the CBF funds projects that promote and apply practical circular economy principles to minimize, prevent, or remove waste entering the marine environment in 9 beneficiary countries to date. The CBF also collaborates with its beneficiaries to improve governance, strengthen their capacity, and foster financing opportunities through projects that promote regional sustainable development. These regional projects play a pivotal role in strengthening the Caribbean Sustainable Finance Architecture, CSFA, a network of Caribbean conservation trust funds and the CBF itself. Over 12 years, the CBF has more than doubled the amount of funds it manages and optimized returns through efficient investments for regional conservation. The CBF now manages over $170 million and has awarded more than $24 million in funding for over 100 projects so far. The CBF is playing its part in supporting the region to meet global sustainable development goals and other pivotal conservation targets. From mangrove restoration to replanting coral to rebuilding after natural disasters, the CBF continues to make a positive and lasting impact on the conservation of the region's natural resources. The Caribbean Biodiversity Fund creates a Caribbean region where both its natural environment and people thrive for generations to come. Thank you to our partners.